The guy name is Cree. Shout out to Cree as well. Shout out to Cree. Y'all said that. What? What? When I say let that sink in? What? Let that sink in. What? And you know, the so-called Native Americans gonna be mad. They gonna be screaming. They gonna be.
No, God, please, no, 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 no.
They gonna be pissed, right? All right. Hold on. Did I rewind it back? I think I did. Yeah.
Stripping them of land rights, identity, and protection. To the pale-faced Native Americans who are asking us where are our tribal cards, let me ask you a question. Why would a true indigenous person need permission from the same system that stole their land to prove who they are? Why? Why you're waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates? History actually shows us something different.
So while you waving your tribal, no, stop, man. Say it again.
They are.
No. Wave.
Why you're waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates?
Why you waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates? She is going in. She's going in. Like you said, her name was Kara, right? Her name was Kara. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, she cooking and she is writing exact. She's writing exact. Waving around tribal cards like they're birth certificates. Tara, right? Okay, yeah. Shout out to Tara. Hey, you going there, Tara. Shout out to all the DG. Man, she going there.
History actually shows us something different. Whole communities were erased from records, while other communities were added for land, money, and benefits.
Right.
What's more crazy is seeing Native Americans claiming to be the true indigenous community, but yet use the same hatred, the same racism, the same disrespect that the settlers use against their own ancestors.
Now what changed is when she said settlers, because yes, you can use that terminology, but these were the people that ended up becoming the colonizers. And I'm pretty sure people understand that now, but just in case there's some folks out there that don't understand where she's coming from. You know, that's why I throw in that term colonizer, so you can understand that they're basically doing what the same one that they feel as though they're against. The so-called Native Americans act like they're against the colonizer this, the colonizer did that, right? But meanwhile, they turning around acting just like the colonizer when it come to us. Right now. And they not the only group that's doing that, by the way. And it's not all of them. You know, I'm not saying it's all of them. Okay? But it's a large amount of them online doing keyboards. Won't ever do that shit in our face at all. Let's be real. They not popping up to our meets. They not popping up to, they ain't popping up. They scared. They scared. Look at that Indian right there. Look at this Indian. And you gonna tell me she ain't an Indian? Oh man. All right.
Your bloodline really comes from people who survived genocide. How did you inherit the language of the oppressor instead of the spirit of the oppressed? How? Were reclassified and paper erased. And let me ask you this. If our ancestors were migrants of Africa, what was the purpose of the government reclassifying them all? You don't reclassify migrants. You document migrants.
Good point. Very good point. Very good point. She got him in a chokehold right there.
She popping.
Very good point. Go back.
She popping that shit.
You document migrants.
She popping that
true.
shit.
That is so true.
You document migrants, but you do reclassify. If our ancestors were migrants of Africa, what was the purpose of the government reclassifying them all? You don't reclassify migrants. You document migrants, but you do classify people when you're trying to erase their land rights, their identity, and their legal statuses. Reclassification only happens when someone already belongs to the land, and the system needs them to stop belonging on paper. Commerce, and that would have been no need for census trickers,
Right.
racial relabeling, and paper genocide. They didn't change us because we arrived. They changed us because we were already here.
A good way to end it. Very good. Very good. I like that. I like that a lot. Shout out to Kyra. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's big facts. Big facts.
OCO free thinkers.
I'll make you think. I'll make you think. I'll make you think.
Yeah, I'll make you think. Yeah, I'll make you think.
I'll make you think. I'll make you think. Yeah, I'll make you think.
To make you think.
I'll make you think. Yeah, I'll make you think.
I'll make you think. Yeah,
I'll make you think.
yeah,
I'll make you think.
yeah,
I'll make you think.
yeah. I'll make you think. Yeah, yeah. What up? What up? What's up with y'all today?
You don't have to be alone right now.
What y'all got going on? I hope you woke up feeling strong. We make you think. Yeah, we make you think. We make you think. Yeah, we make you think. I make you think. Yeah. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Big shit poppin', little shit stoppin'. Damn.
Head outside staff with banana boat.
It's a ship. Those flashes of light, those were its engines. It's nothing like any spacecraft I've ever seen. Humanity isn't alone in the universe, and I've just met our neighbors.
What's good, YouTube? It's Ty. I was back with a banger, y'all. Listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss nothing from the channel. Look, add my homies, put it up there for y'all to see. Add them. Also, we started our own 5 member gang. Follow up, bro. Join the Discord so you get whitelisted. Join the server so you can get whitelisted. It's serious RP, y'all. Hey, ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. With all this yapping, going straight to this video. Let's okay, check
600, 3600. Hey, hey, jit, jit, jit. Tracy's Hondo, 3600. Tracy's Hondo, 3600.
Hey man, say man, it's your boy, Tracy Sando Quitting TV. We back again with another. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Shout out to the notification family. Salute to all my new subscribers and all my day ones. I do this for y'all. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hey man, say man, it is Wednesday. I hope y'all having a blessed day out there. I hope you getting to your money, getting to your funyuns, or spending time with your family. And if you're doing all that, make sure you do something for someone less fortunate than you are. God bless us all, and we need to turn it all the way back around.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey man, Houston internet back in the chaos again. So boom, trending Houston artist J-Tom finally sat down with Mike D and started speaking on the viral situation involving Zero and Trader Truth.
Is after everybody that you can see in the background, because I think everybody that was in the background when the video comes on were the people that were assaulting me. When the video comes on, this is his little brother, J-Ton. He's standing over me. I'm in the fetal position, like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all finish doing what y'all doing. And then I'm going to stand up on my feet. And then when I stand up on my feet, all right, cool. Let's take it from here. So what you see is the video turning on after the jump is concluded. And he comes back to still do whatever he's doing. And once I realize it's over, I stand on my feet. And he is the first person I see. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go with him. And then, of course, everybody else is around. And as you can see from the video, it looked like three of the guys that are there, they're ready to jump me again. So that's what you're looking at.
And in total, how many people attacked you when you came out of the restaurant?
Well, like I said, the only thing that I saw was the one punch. When I got hit with the one sucker punch, it's like, okay, now I gotta go down because I don't know what the is going on. And so when I come from doing this, all I see is people moving back as I'm standing up. So I can't tell you if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4. But when I'm like this, unless there's a man with 5 or 6 hands, which I don't believe there is, this was an attack by all of these people. And then I hear everybody in the background like, that's messed up. Y'all gotta jump him. Like, why y'all can't do this one-on-one? So I mean, of course,
He was supposed to crack
because,
on one of them.
like, as I said, 6-handed man. So I can't tell you exactly who it was, but in my opinion, everybody in the video, you know what I'm saying, is a culprit of this.
And I ain't gonna lie,
What up,
the
what
second
up?
interview, the whole instantly started picking sides. Now, social media divided bad. Some fans saying J-Tom finally telling his side. Others saying, man, this situation should have stayed off the internet. And let's be honest, every time Houston rap politics get brought up, the timeline go crazy.
If you come outside and your brother fighting, you gotta fight. You can't go home.
Yeah.
But why did y'all need other niggas? Why you just didn't let them two just, or y'all three just get it on and let that be whoever won that? And that's the only problem I got about any of it. Do you see any, what I'm saying, nigga?
I see what you're saying, but do you got a problem with a nigga getting a nigga sent to the motherfucking penitentiary?
I got a big problem with that.
So every action got a reaction.
But is that word for discipline? Y'all seen each other before, but y'all seen each other before that.
Listen, I don't see that nigga. I don't even be with Trey like that, so I do not bump into that nigga, man.
You
so
have bumped
into that. I ain't bumped into that nigga. The only time I bumped into that nigga is 2 weeks before that shit happened on that goddamn whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? How that shit happened.
Yeah.
You know that, man? Ask him.
You
ask his barber, man. I ain't seen that man. I'll tell you when I seen him. The only time I seen him is when this shit kicked off. And I seen that nigga, you know, happen to bump into him at the barbershop and see him, and I rode 4, 5 lights by my motherfucking self, man. And he 3 carloads. So at the end of the day, niggas ain't telling the facts. I try to handle it my way. But at the end of the day, my problems is my problems. Trey's problem is his problem. You feel me? You catch a case in Harris County, and you catch a case in goddamn Fort Bend. They're 2 different motherfucking situations.
And can you explain, I mean, to cut you off, but explain when he, because they want to know, like, how did it happen? And I think that's what Mike is asking.
What happened?
The situation, like how he get jumped. Yeah, the jump. No, the jump. That's what he asked.
I mean, like I be saying, like that, it wasn't no plan to jump nothing. Cause you can ask that man, did I walk by? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit going on, man. Nigga don't be wanting to be on camera for that type of shit, bro. Got too much going on. So we ain't never had that on our mind to jump a nigga. We don't have to jump a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody's stuck on jumping. But damn, like how much whole shit can a nigga take? I don't give a fuck what it look like. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, man.
I hear you.
Listen, at the end of the day, it look bad when my motherfucking mama gotta come see me in the penitentiary. Behind a nigga that she done help take care of and let stay in the house and shit. And she already got a son doing what, 30-something years already. You see what I'm saying?
Free Dinky.
You're free Dinky for shit shows, right? And Dinky, I'm gonna be with you. It's the thing about this shit. What really made me do this shit for Dinky? Man, it ain't nothing, man. Just sit down, you know what I'm saying? Like Dinky don't have Dinky a cutthroat nigga. He also a thinker, and he also wanted brothers to be alright. So
he definitely wants y'all to be alright.
It's a different reaction for us. Like when a nigga do something to me, do something to Trey, do something to Dinky, then it don't just affect us, it affect my mama.
But see, this is the only thing I'm saying. No matter what happens, right? Let's go back to that. I ain't gonna say no.
Mike D really gave J-Tom the floor to explain himself. Everybody online watched as the situation unfolded. Meanwhile, fans in the comments debating who was really wrong, what actually happened, and will Houston ever let this situation go? Because one thing about the internet, when something goes viral, it never fully dies. But hey, y'all let me know in the comments. Did J-Tom clear things up, or did this interview make things?
Hell no, he ain't clear shit up. He's just popular. Oh shit! I gotta see who got the fake chicken. They about to tell
Digestive
us who got
upset?
the fake chicken.
Open a Fortiflora supplement. Pro Plan. Fuel for life.
Every wing chain claims they're the best. Spoiler alert, most of them are lying to your face. You'd think with chicken wings being a $12 billion industry, somebody would have figured out how to consistently deliver crispy skin and juicy meat. You'd be wrong. While you've been scrolling through Instagram food porn and trusting those glossy menu photos, some truly mediocre wings have been masquerading as quality food. We're talking rubbery skin, soggy breading, and chicken that tastes like it spent more time in a freezer than a fryer. So let's talk about the wing restaurant chains that range from absolutely terrible to actually worth your money. Because life's too short to waste $15 on wings that taste like cardboard dipped in hot sauce. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously disappointing dinners. Number 8, Wing Zone. Founded in 1993 in Atlanta, Wing Zone positioned itself as a late night delivery savior with 25 plus flavors. What makes this particularly infuriating is the complete franchise roulette where you never know if you're getting decent wings or dumpster quality garbage. Here's what arrives: wings literally swimming in sauce. One customer described them as drowning in sauce, like a wing stew where wings hardly breach the surface of this weird separated oil and cheese mixture. Soggy is the defining word. Customers note not a crispy wing in the batch, even across multiple flavors. Lemon pepper that doesn't taste like lemon. Oversalted sauces tasting like duck sauce with a mountain of salt. Wings so oversauced, one customer called them yellow white sponge and threw them straight in the garbage. Their Trustpilot rating, 2.9 out of 5 stars. At $13 for 15 wings, that's 87 cents per wing for an edible food. One customer nailed it. I never know what I'm going to get. Sometimes it's the best wings in town, and other times I wonder why I ordered them. Wing Zone exists to fill the late night delivery void when quality standards don't exist. Franchise model with zero quality control means each location runs its own experiment in ruining chicken wings. They're banking on desperation eating quality when it's 1 a.m. and you're hungry. When customers describe your wings as yellow white sponge and immediately trash them, you've achieved something remarkably terrible. You're playing franchise roulette where the house always wins and your dinner always loses. But at least Wing Zone has the decency to be cheap. Our next chain charges premium prices for the same disappointment. Number 7, Buffalo Wild Wings launched in 1982 in Columbus, Ohio as the original sports bar wing concept. Buffalo Wild Wings has spent 40 plus years perfecting the art of disappointing customers who came for the TVS and stayed regretting their food choices. What you actually get are wings that arrive crispy but turn rubbery and soggy within minutes, even when you order extra crispy. The skin isn't crispy, they taste rubbery and uncooked, even though fully cooked, like chewing chicken flavored rubber bands.
Chicken flavored rubber bands.
You're tasting potent sauces covering up mediocre meat, massively oversauced, causing immediate sogginess. Wings described as sauce logged, like cereal sitting in milk too long. American Customer Satisfaction Index score, 76 out of 100. One of the lowest among full-service restaurants, down from 79 in 2024. Reddit users report they used to be great. Then once they built a clientele, they decided to coast and source from the cheapest supplier available. Customer horror stories include finding actual feathers on chicken. At $11 to $14 per order, you're paying $1.25 to $1.50 per wing. Reviewers note wings got smaller and drier. First time they were big, succulent, and flavorful. The wings kept getting smaller and drier as the years went on. Buffalo Wild Wings survives purely on sports bar atmosphere. People tolerate terrible wings to watch the game on 100 TV screens. They're banking on customers prioritizing convenience over quality. The real kicker? They've invested millions in store remodels while actively downgrading to cheaper chicken suppliers. When customers beg for extra crispy wings and still receive soggy disappointment every time, you've created a system designed to fail. You're paying premium prices to eat at the Walmart of sports bars while watching
the Walmart
TV
of sports bars.
At least Buffalo Wild Wings is upfront about being a sports bar first. Our next chain spent 20 years straight up lying to customers about their signature product. Number 6, Hooters launched in 1983 in Clearwater, Florida, pioneering the restaurant concept. And get
the
this,
restaurant.
20 years
they said it's
the
a
raw wing
restaurant.
sauce at franchise locations. 20 years. Fundamentally betraying their brand promise while
They selling that bad chicken with titties.
They weren't getting authentic Hooters wings. What's on your plate? Wings with excessive breading that slides off. Visible blood spots in undercooked chicken. Wildly inconsistent quality depending on which formula your location uses. Too much breading creates chicken nugget texture. Boneless versions dry out because they use white meat. When authentic, it's grade A butter-based formula with cayenne and vinegar. But many locations serve substitute formula, creating zero flavor experiences. Filed Chapter 11, bankruptcy in March 2025 with $376 million in debt. Sales collapsed 31% from 2019 to 2024, losing 25% of locations. CEO Neil Kiefer revealed franchises use wrong sauce for approximately 20 years instead of signature grade A butter formula. This damaged customer expectations and brand loyalty. Lost taste tests against Twin Peaks, citing too much breading, too many blood spots, not enough consistency.
That's
Hooters
crazy.
survives on brand recognition and novelty factor rather than food quality. Previous ownership knew they were serving wrong sauce for 2 decades, but didn't care because customers kept coming for the atmosphere. Original founders regained control in November 2025, restoring authentic recipe. But damage from 20 years of lying is done. When your biggest news is admitting you've served the wrong signature sauce for 20 years, you've broken trust with every customer. You're paying for orange shorts and t-shirts, not chicken wings. But if you think serving wrong sauce for 20 years is bad, wait until you hear about pizza chains trying to sell you wings. Number 5, Pizza Hut / Wing Street. Pizza Hut launched Wing Street mid-2000s across 5,000 plus locations. Customers would add wings to pizza orders. The execution reads more like pizza company dabbles in wings than actual wing restaurant. What shows up are deep fried wings with actual fryer crispiness, unlike other pizza chains. But then they immediately get drowned in sauce, creating wing stew texture. Unbreaded versions offer surprisingly crispy skin and fresh tasting chicken. Breaded versions have too much breading. Garlic parmesan creates weird separated oil and cheese mixture, drowning wings. Wings arrive swimming in the point where they hardly breach the surface of the container. Reviews average 7.5 out of 10. Restaurant ready quality, which is damning with faint praise. At $6 to $8 for 8 wings, customers complain they're charging way too much money for a pizza side item. Expert verdict. Are Wing Street wings the best buffalo wings in your town? Likely not. Are they better than wings from most pizza places? Heck yes. Wing Street exists purely as convenience play. Pizza Hut knows you won't make a second stop for better wings when you're already ordering pizza. They're targeting the good enough market, but they beat other pizza chains by default because they actually fry wings, setting the bar underground. When the best compliment is better than other pizza places, you've admitted defeat before starting. You're paying for convenience wings because you refuse to drive to an actual wing restaurant. If this is already saving you from a bad wing night, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 4, Zaxby's, founded in 1990 by childhood friends Zach McElroy and Tony Townley in Statesboro, Georgia. Zaxby's built 972 locations across 18 states. Most frustrating part? They market hand-breaded wings with signature Zax sauce while consistently delivering frozen tasting chicken that's either oversalted or completely bland. What arrives are hand-breaded wings that somehow taste frozen anyway, arriving cold and soggy from sauce or over-fried to hard. Marketing says hand-breaded, but customers report tenders cold, soggy from sauce, mostly balls from being frozen, and tasteless. Nuclear and tongue-torch sauces promise heat, but deliver not at all spicy hot. Everything tastes mild when it shouldn't. Specific complaints about wings: so salty we were unable to eat the chicken fingers. Site jabber rating.
Bedwetting happens. Good nights can help.
When the morning routine is anything but routine, your smile is your strength. Sticker, sticker. Try it now.
1.7 stars from 235 reviews. Most customers are generally dissatisfied territory. Wings and Things meal runs $11.69 to $12.99, packing 1,310 to 1,490 calories. One customer paid $35 for 2 nibbler meals, and food ended up making my boyfriend sick. Another quote, $27 for 20 small tenders and wings, no sides. Frozen, tasteless, expensive food, never going back. Zaxby's Phil's Southern. Fast casual chicken niche, but prices keep rising while quality declines. They're banking on Zach's sauce cult following to carry mediocre wings. That's backwards. When your sauce is more famous than your chicken, priorities got twisted. They charge premium prices for hand-breaded marketing while delivering frozen quality. When customers pay $35 for meals that make someone sick despite hand-breaded claims, you're running a scam with nice branding. You're paying for overly salted chicken nuggets marketed as handcrafted Southern cuisine. Now we're entering...
Oh, that shit is just horrible. It's horrible.
OCO, free thinker.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. People want from no Africa, they didn't tell that damn lie. Nowhere else.
And my dear, okay then, so we wasn't in slavery like they were saying, was it?
No.
Because Grandma was in the 1800s, so we can go almost 4 or 5 generations back. So Grandma was in our land is our land, 900 acres of land, right?
900 acres, Daniel. Because Blue Family Road, they done took his son down now.
But it's
Blue Family Road.
Exactly.
100 acres.
Hester, and
I'm hitting the wrong button. I was over here trying to hit the pause button. I'm over here hitting the mute button. She just said, so 900 acres is what they had. Let me go back a little bit.
Because Blue Feather Road, they done took his son down now.
On Blue Feather Road, they took the sign down now. Y'all can hear it, right? Y'all can hear the elder?
But it's
Blue Feather Road.
Exactly. And our grandma Hester and our grandpa Al was Albert, Grandpa Albert. And our names is our name. We didn't get no name from no white people, did we?
No, you no name from white people.
Now, remember when I taught the segment about that? About our surnames? And you know, it was still people out there that couldn't believe that. And I told y'all that they were taking our surnames. Like, you even giving people, white people at that, you giving them credit by saying that we got our names from them. You allowed them to do articles about these last names, and they wasn't even speaking English. When they got here, they were speaking a broke way of English, like a broken English, because they were still trying to learn it getting here as a trader or as a laborer, depending on what they were doing, whatever they were doing over here, which had to have been business. You know, other than that, they were just enslaved. Yeah, they were speaking broken English. They didn't have all their words together. And they were misspelling everything, left and right. You know that's not their language. You know that's not their language. If it was their language, then why they misspell all of our ancestors' first names, first, last, middle names, you name it. Every surname in the book, the nicknames. Like, for example, they try to be funny and call us the Cowboys. Stuff like that. Try to give us their own nicknames that they come up with. Try to be funny and stuff. That's why a lot of the stuff that they came up for us was derogatory and still is. And we're just using it. We got to get rid of these terms. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, hold on. Let me let the elder finish.
My dear, they teaching that stuff in the history book. Talking about we was slavery.
We wasn't no slavery. Our people want four birds, one mother, not no slavery. They tell them bird-faced lie.
Y'all hear that, don't y'all? Y'all hear that? And we Choctaw, right?
What they say, we Choctaw.
That's right. We Choctaw. Y'all see a Choctaw, y'all. That's who we are. And our people were already here.
Yeah.
And all of these history books have been lying. We just did the math. So I can go back before they said slavery was freed in Texas. When I did the math, it didn't add up. So I asked my grandmother, and my grandmother said, I said, Grandmother, I said, my dear, so you mean, so were we slaves? Were we in the plantation?
No, we don't know about no plantation. I wasn't even born when all that mess was going on. But my forefathers know better. They weren't from no plantation.
You see that, y'all? So Dirty is right there. My dear just confirmed it. 94 years young. We were not from.
Wait a minute now, my dear. Damn, she from the South somewhere, y'all. Where's she from, y'all? Say it in the chat.
During slavery, like they're saying, and we want people to stop saying them lies. And she said that granddaddy had their own land, and we didn't have to work like that. We didn't have to work ourselves to death from sun up to sundown. They lying.
Sure is.
And then we have all our fruit trees and stuff, my dear.
Right, we have peach trees, apple trees.
Still do. We make that's a tradition in my family. In fact, I was taught landscaping by my grandmother and my grandfather. Not only did I learn how to plant plants, I was planting trees because that was very important. Like, of course, we did the flowers and, a lot of stuff that grandma wanted out there for the front to look nice, but she wanted the yard to look nice. She had a wraparound yard. So I had to plant trees and apple trees. I mean, it was people that used to come in the yard. They thought they were, I thought they were stealing, but grandma ain't care. She was feeding the community with them apple trees in the back. They used to love that. They used to come knock on the door. Hey, can I get some apples off of your trees back there? Because they were huge. They still there too. Southeast DC, matter of fact. But yeah, man.
Vine, muscadine vine, sculpted vine, all of that.
Y'all hear that, don't you?
That's the country.
You hear that, don't you?
Her gave grandma her land, and they built houses on it. Grandpa took over and kept the taxes paid on it.
So they had taxes way back in 1800.
Yeah. See now, okay, so you heard what she just said. The elder that's talking about the taxes, how the land was taken by way of taxes. Y'all know I've taught about this numerous times, but that's one method, okay, that they utilized to take our ancestors' land. It was raising up the taxes to the point where the landowner couldn't afford to keep it, okay, by way of them imposing a tariff on them, a higher tariff. Tariff is taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So we know now that the white man invaded.
I don't know. I think I remember.
Wait a minute. Shout out to that says Quinn is so humane. Quinn is so humane.
What's up with y'all Africans? Y'all really getting on my nerves. For the last 30 years, ever since that term was put on us, African Americans, y'all been saying, they're not African, we're the real African, they're not African. And then now we're probably saying, you know what? Okay, we can do some research and do some genealogy, and y'all right. We're not African. We actually are American. We're the Aboriginals. We're indigenous to America. Yeah, you're right. And now they're like, oh, you're African. You're from Africa. But y'all thought you said we wasn't. What happened? Yeah, you must be African. Wow, I don't like that.
But see how they ain't say nothing when we said we was black? That's why we got to get rid of these terms that was given to us, y'all. Black. I'm black too. Like all of them get to latch on to that, man. We got to stop latching on to these foreign terms that's being used against us. That's allowing these foreigners to come in. Like, for example, I hear a lot of people talking about delineation, and they're not talking about the main course of the meal as to the reason why they still eat off of us. Because they were able to fit in. They use terms like Negro. Notice how you only saw whites only, colored only. You ain't see Negroes only. because Negroes involved all foreigners, and so did the term black. All from anywhere though, not just Europe as an example, or not just Africa as an example. They have our same skin complexion, and they were able to get or fit in up under that term. We got to stop there.
I don't. Me and y'all talking about reparations, and listen, let me stop you right there. We don't got shit for y'all, but the nearest cruise ship back to Ghana, like literally. Y'all got to go too. Y'all going out just as sad and bad as the Brazilians. They got a new fake page about us every single day. They dedicate their whole day.
They done bought bot farms.
Like slurs because there are never no facts. Just making posts about the real indigenous Indians of America. Like y'all just in y'all's feelings, y'all deep in y'all's feelings, and it's not gonna change anything. It's not.
Right.
It's not. Y'all's time is up. Their time is up. Your time is up. The 10 years time is up. All y'all gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
This is something to Scott Beeson, and listen to what he had to get on TV and apologize for saying.
When I was reading to prepare for this interview,
we saw this.
Quite surprised to see you use the word Aborigines talking about African Americans.
You know, I've dealt with that issue. I've already, talked publicly about that.
And my purpose here today is to say that I'm very sorry, and I apologize to anyone whose feelings were hurt by my
How would they feel hurt?
I've made very, very clear I don't know where that comes from.
Well, from your
Well, I guess. I mean, it's not even a normal thing anyone would say, even if you meant something in a negative fashion. I don't know if you would pull that out. But for me personally,
well, from your subconscious.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's not even a normal thing anyone would say, even if you meant something in a negative fashion. I don't know if you would pull that out. But for me personally, you can't just close down camp and stop trying to do the things that you think are right. Just because somebody, you may give them an unfortunate bit of ammunition, you still got to continue to fight on and do what's best for the state.
Yeah, I like that. I like how he pointed that out.
And you may give them an unfortunate bit of ammunition.
Do the things that you think are right. Just because somebody, you may give them an unfortunate bit of ammunition, you still got to continue to fight on and do what's best for the state in the long run. And frankly, it's going to give me the opportunity to talk about things that I may never been able to talk about before.
You mean the bill?
Well, the bill, or talk about race relations issues, things like that. I mean, I have a friend that a lot of people don't have because of that.
Because you used the word Aboriginal.
Because I've been through the fire, and I can talk to people, I can relate to people, I can let them know what kind of person I am, and we can talk about things that sometimes have been a little bit taboo.
So because it allowed you to reach audiences you might not otherwise have reached, do you not regret saying it?
I think it gives me some opportunities. I went and spoke to a group in the city of Birmingham. It's a city councilwoman's community meeting, probably 95% African American. And because of...
So he's calling African Americans Aborigines. He had to apologize to it. They probably said, get your ass.
Right, offhand remark I should not have made, which you don't want to say. Yeah, I know better.
Y'all see that man?
Well, keep in mind that Malcolm X even pointed this out. And there was a lot of people online that got upset with me because I was playing authentic audio, not AI crap, authentic audio of Malcolm X stating that you and I are Aborigines, but you don't like to be called Aborigines, you want to be called an American. And then he started laughing. He said Aborigine is from the beginning. That's two Latin words, ab meaning from, origine meaning the beginning. And when I put that out, it was a lot of backlash. But that was, those were my earlier years. But I was putting this out, letting them know, like, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You can use any word that means indigenous. You know what time it is. You know it's us. He knew it was us. Like, that's why I said some people in the government don't know. But a lot of them do, especially if they're...
Everybody in the fucking government knows, nigga. Everybody knows. They know what the fuck going on. They know exactly what the fuck going on.
Great hair, great ads. Jennifer Aniston's Lola Bee proved it with Roku Ads Manager. Get started on Roku Ads Manager today.
You're ready to learn and lead beyond the lesson plan with an online degree from a top-ranked education program in the Midwest. You've shaped the classroom.
Yeah, right, this yeah. What the feeling? 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 What the feeling?
This story really so long, but I got to tell y'all, I got some motion going on. It's this cadet that came through. I think old girl said she was from Macon or something like that. Caught her quick. I probably was maybe 3 hours off and on. Me just going back up to the booth every time the main officer walk away, or like we go out to the yard, she out there standing by the fence. I like supervising everybody. You know, you talk to her a little bit, push off, but it had to be like a good 3-4 hours off and on though. Slide her my number. She take it. So now after stuff like that, you gotta automatically be on point, because when you're dealing with a cadet, bro, so early on it could go either way. Because when they come get hired and work in the prison, like they paranoid because they don't know if the folks trying to set them up, but then you gotta be paranoid because you don't know if the folks, you know, when they sit them down there to this dorm, you don't know if they like, hey, any one of them inmates try, you go for it. They give you a phone number, take it. We trying to figure out which one. Then they already had a little suspicion about me. They used to try to catch me with stuff all the time. She get off of work that day. I think I talked to this girl for the next 8 hours straight, nonstop. She didn't hang up. I didn't hang up. A few niggas I owed phone time to canceled it, told them I ain't gonna be able to do it. I got something going on. They gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm telling her like, shit, man. Cause I was asking her like about her financial situation. She was telling me like she stayed with my dudes. You know, this the only job really around here in these country towns that just kind of pay you somewhat decent. So she really trying to get her own car and get this and this and this. So I'm like, shit, I could start helping you with that for sure. She was saying on her first check, she'll be able to put $1,000 payment down on a car where she can make payments. So I'm like, shit, folks, I'll give you $1,000. She's like, you for real? I was like, hell yeah, but you're gonna have to do something for me too, though. I can't just give you no free $1,000 for that. So she's like, what the hell I gotta do? She was like, I don't know about that drug shit, man. I know I be hearing about girls going to prison behind that. I say, listen, folks, people who get popped and go to prison like that, number one, they just doing something wrong, or they not really listening to the person that's directing them on what to do. Or sometimes, shit, it just happen like that. Sometimes he ain't the slickest nigga in the goddamn. It's a possibility now. But that's my reason for giving you that amount of money, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, well, shit, what exactly would I have to do? So I give her the whole rundown on the Chris Brown CD. And I told her to just bring me 2 cans of it. And, you know, she had the thing was kind of fat back there. So the way I described her to do it, you know, when she finally got it, she was like, this is a lot of shit. I'm not finna be able to carry this on me. I said, trust me. If you could cheat both of them cans, trust me. I can look and tell. And that's, you probably could cheat a couple more. Shit. I explained to her how to do it, then bought a vacuum seal, all kind of shit. Under the business. So she probably got like, they're probably about this long, about that thick. And that's a whole can with the papers that come in there. And there's 2 of them. So I had her like do it that type of way with the vacuum seal just so it could be like that, you know what I'm saying? So she do it. She do exactly how I tell her to do it. Then I tell her, get up in front of the camera, let me see. And she just, you know, a little bit, pushed one and kind of closed it, had to clench a little bit, make sure it's in there, and then did the next one, and then put her underwear and stuff on. And it looked normal. She was like, oh, this don't even look like nothing. I said, do it feel uncomfortable? She was like, kinda, but I mean, it's not hurting me or nothing. I'm like, yeah. She dropped it off to me the next day. Everything go perfect. I'm lit. Everything go perfect. When I sent the 1,000, she still was just like, oh my God. I just can't believe that. Like, I don't think I never got $1,000. Like, I mean, outside of income taxes, but I'm saying like just at one time that fast. I said, yeah, we could do this all the time. So we run the same exact identical playback the very next day. So the next day, where the problem comes in, that they don't send her back down to my dorm. So I'm up early in the morning at the glass just watching, trying to see, because I got to get to wherever she at. And you know, the dorm they sent her to, it was some people over there that I know, some good niggas, that if I'd told them to tell her this, blah, 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 she probably would have gave it to them. The reason I didn't want to do that is because she's a little naive. You just started here. You're so impressed about this style I just gave you twice. And I know it's these niggas back door. I know they have been and try to finesse her, snatch her from up under me. You know what I'm saying? She probably go for it. Young girl ain't never had no money. These niggas might pull up talking 2,000, 3,000. So I said, oh, hell no, I got to go collect this myself. I get out the dorm before they call him child. The gate at the end was open because the shift changed and all the officers coming on. So I'm just walking casually, act like I'm, you know what I mean, like I got somewhere to be. I walk up there to where she was at. I see like 4 niggas in the TV room looking at the glass. But listen, this particular dorm, it wasn't like a faith-based dorm, but this dorm was known to be, well, it was a rumor that a lot of these niggas be snitching. They got a whole lot of police activities going on here. So I was kind of skeptic anyway. And then they know me for having stuff, you know what I'm saying, on the compound. So I feel like they watching me anyway.
What's up, Princess?
When I,
PTB, Morgan.
I'm trying not to lock eyes with nobody. But I see her in there. She looking nervous as hell, but it seemed like she had a sigh of relief when she seen me. So when we locked eyes, she immediately went in the bathroom. So I'm already knowing what's going on. So I walk all the way up. By the time I make it to the salad port, she's coming out. Now listen, it's like this. The dudes who known for doing all the snitching, they window is right here. This middle part of the salad port. And then this dorm, they window is right here. So if I come all the way like in this corner, the dudes who be doing all the snitching can't see me. They could just, they know I'm right there, but they can't see me. It's a blind spot. But the niggas in that don't be perfect. So I walk all the way up to that. So I'm just staring over there. Started looking. Ain't nobody looking. Ain't nobody came out. Ain't nobody saying nothing. The girl come out the booth and she got it wrapped up in some paper towels. She stick her head out the door first, I guess, to make sure another officer wasn't walking up. She came over there real quick. She popped the door. She came out and handed it to me. She said, I was so damn paranoid. I had my shirt tucked in. I just grabbed it and did it like this real quick because it's still dark outside. I could make it back to the dorm. I was like, no, you good, you good. I'm going to holler, let me get you back to the dorm. So she was like, all right. So I go to walking off, and I'm walking off. All these niggas still standing right here. So as I'm coming down to shoot, the other original officer who working up here with her is coming up to shoot. She told me, Bill, what the hell you up here doing? I said, man, shit, I wasn't paying attention. I thought this was my damn dorm. So she started like, boy, you ain't thought this was your damn dorm. Somebody said, you been locked up 20 years. You know what you're doing. I said, I ain't been locked up no damn 20 years. You tripping. It ain't been that long for me now. Hell no. It ain't going to be that long. So I make it back to the dorm. I get to the dorm. I'm like, oh, yeah,
how you doing, beautiful?
Touchdown. You know, I need one of them immediately. I'm about to put it up, but I got to go make my call, send my text. But immediately when I went in there, I bust the wrapper off and I just pinched the amount I pinched out of it was about enough to go in fill up the cup, probably like one medicine cup full. But I didn't go searching through it for the papers because that was deep in there somewhere. I ain't had time for all that. So I just pinched me off about a good amount. Plus, I had already had some white papers. Pinched me off about a good amount. Wrapped it back up with the tape. I rolled me a fat one up. I think I hit the Chris Brown CD twice, and they screaming 13 coming to the building, 13 coming to the building. The spot that I had specifically for that, which I should have already had it loosened up, it was just real tight, bro. It wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to get it out in time. So there's a spot inside the TV room. So I grabbed the bombs. I still coming out here with the Chris Brown fuck it at this point. Because it just was a feeling I got. Like, I feel like this got something to do with me. Because the way it happened just, it don't usually just happen like that for no reason. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? So I come to the TV room. Now it's a spot up top, but you gotta jump real high to be able to do what you need to do. And that's what I did. But I guess when they was at the end of the gate, one of the niggas seen me. I came in, he called my name, and they went, called maintenance, got a ladder. When I came out the room, I'm like, what's up? He's like, what the hell you just threw in that roof? I said, I ain't throw shit in that roof. He said, I just seen you. I said, bro, you ain't seen me throw nothing in no roof, bro. You tripping. He like, oh yeah, and it smell like cigarettes in here. So he pat me down, take me back in the room, strip search. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing all this for anyway? He said, it's crazy because we just was told to come down here and shake you down and search you. I don't know what you and your girlfriend got going on, but come on, Bill, man. That girl just started here, man. That's a young girl. Y'all niggas manipulating the girl already. I said, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? So they tore my room up while maintenance brought them a ladder, and they up there in the ceiling trying to find the bombs. They end up finding both of them, immediately locked me down, sent me to the hole. So I'm trying to plead my case with the deputy warden every time they walk through. They not going for it. And one day, they come to my door and tell me to pack it up. I said, where I'm going? They said, the annex. Now, this was crazy. I done been before. I done bucked on them before. I done got kicked out before. You know what I'm saying? And the annex shit usually supposed to follow you from prison to prison. Like, if I'm at an annex at this prison and I fuck up and do bad at another prison, they probably would never let you go. In the annex, let me just try to make a long story short, because there could be a lot of explaining with the annex. It's the same prison, but it's not on the same compound. It ain't nowhere you can just walk to. You got to drive. It's like down the street. So the annex is a lower version of that level 5 prison. So you might be at Macon State Prison, but they might got a Macon State annex. And like I say, it's just for the people who their security might drop from close to medium, transfer you right now for whatever reason. So they'll send you to the annex. It's just a little more chill, a little more laid back, but zero tolerance at the annex. None, like nothing. You get caught doing anything, you're going back to the bad side. You get caught smoke anything you get caught doing at the annex, they sending your ass back to the main compound. So they asked me if I want to go to the annex. Now I'm like, okay, they on some funny shit, because for you to ask me, do I want to go to the annex? After what just happened, which I just found, and say y'all saw me throw it, and somebody from that dorm clearly told the officer that they saw that girl give me something. For you to do that, it lets me know you probably believe it and you trying to transfer me, but I guess in foresight, because I think that's where it all go through, they got to put in a request to transfer you, and it's just taking a little longer than they would like. So now they trying to separate me from the situation, which is the girl. So I'm just sitting there thinking for a while. Do I want to do this shit? Do I feel like? And then another thing, them annex, bro, whenever you go, is like a work, damn near like a work camp. They want everybody to work. And I don't be with all. I mean, I don't mind working, but number one, working for the free ski, working for a damn prison that mistreat me. I mean, there's benefits to it depending on what you're into, but I didn't want to do it. But I was like, fuck, it beats sitting in this damn hole for all these weeks after week after week, then a month and some weeks. So I just said, fuck it, I'll go. Finessed my phone over there, which is kind of complicated to do, but there's ways around it to do it. Immediately, once I get settled in, I go blowing old girl phone up. I got identify. I know most of these people at this annex because they came from the regular prison, but I just had to identify who moving like what, because niggas move different. You would be in the main prison acting like a gangster. You fucking gonna go to the annex, turn into deputy warden, go on. So I had to, identify who's who, what's what, shit like that. So there's some folks I met over there that was cool. I go sit and they cut. Call shot her on the phone. She was crying, telling me how scared she was. They strip searched her, blah, blah, blah. And she said the warden just gave her own speech like, if there was no truth to this situation, why this not being said about all the other cadets, but it's being said about you? So she was like, the warden was like, I ain't gonna fire you, I ain't gonna suspend you because I ain't got no real proof, but my source that say they saw you give him something, they usually don't be lying to me. So he said he told her, I'm gonna remove the inmate from this main compound, just like I thought. Told her, like, don't let me hear nothing about you again, type shit like that. So over time, bro, we faded off, you know what I'm saying? And she eventually quit, you know what I'm saying, a little while after that. But anyway, the time I spent in the hole, bro, I was running through that money. You gotta think, when you're in the hole, you gotta pay a nigga to do any and everything for you. I gotta pay you to charge my phone if I ain't got and my wires wasn't exposed. I was trying to break the light for a long time and get the wires out, but I couldn't. So I was paying a nigga to charge my phone. I'm paying for food. I'm paying a nigga to bring me a fan. Every time the unit manager catch you with a fan, they come in your room and take it because you're not supposed to have a fan and a phone. I mean, and that shit crazy. They don't listen. In Georgia, they don't give a damn how hot it is. If they want to be assholes, it could be piping hot summertime. If they catch you with a fan in your room in the hole, they'll take it. Because they say it's contraband, you're not supposed to have it. They said a fan is a privilege, and you in the hole right now. So that's some bullshit. But so I get there. It's this old school push up on me when they get back in from detail. They do like grass cutting and trash and shit off like throughout the city. So he pulled up on me. He was like, "Hey," I'm like, "What's up?" I know of him from the main compound, but we ain't never just been super cool. You feel me? So he like, "Boy, they got your name on the list." I said, "What list?" He was like, "You coming on my detail?" I was like, "For real?" Like, "Hey, yeah." So I'm just asking about it. I'm like, "Okay, so what exactly am I gonna be doing?" And he was talking about it just depends on what we got to do for that day, but we could cut grass. We could do this. They go tell me, "I'm gonna start you off with the push mower because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Got to see how you would do on the zero." So I had to look at this nigga doing it. You wearing this whole outfit. You ain't just police. You talking about you gonna start me out on the push mower? I was like, "Oh, this nigga must be the OG of this shit, this detail shit." So make a long story short, he give me the whole rundown. So we go out there the next morning. And we start our wrestling competition. The guys gonna be about their first step. I'm ready for it. I'm sweating the show, pushing it down. You got him in front of you. You got the wrong stick on you. You got the bag. And you start picking up class. And then we basically do spots for him. And then we come and get promoted. And then you got people on the other side doing the same thing. You got some people waiting. Everybody getting on the trip. So when I finished with this one, it's a whole next year over here. So he goes and do this for over 2 years. So when I'm coming over here to do this, he like fan me down. He like, "Hold on, we gotta put some more guys in." Now the detail officer, the person that's watching us, he's in a truck up the street, sitting there eating a big ass sandwich. So he grabbed the gas thing off the little trailer that he left right there for us. He grabbed the thing off the trailer he left for us, and he go over there undoing it. And when he go to putting the gas in the nozzle thing, something slipped out his hand. I wasn't noticing it because he got these big ass gloves on. It didn't even hit me down. It didn't even hit me that this man's hand was full of something. When something fell out his hand, bro, it was like probably was about that long, about that thick. And it fell across the thing. He kind of glanced up at the detail officer. He said, grab it, throw it in his bag. So, I don't give a fuck. I pick it up, throw it in the bag. So as soon as I do that, after he get done filling up the gas can, he pulled some gloves out of his pocket. He said, "Huh, change your gloves." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Change your gloves." I said, "For what?" He said, "Nephew, just change your gloves." So I take the gloves off. I throw them in the bag. He give me a new pair. I put them on. We keep going about our business. So we're going to lunch break. Now the detail officer did fuck with us. He went and got us some McDonald's. And we were sitting at this park. And he was like, "I like how you ain't hesitate when I needed your help." He kept looking around. But with the area he's looking at, like, bro, this is a regular park. Like, public people. It's a lady out here pushing her baby on a swing and everything. He was like, "I like how you ain't hesitate, And then he'll stop talking to the detail officer right over there. We eating our food. He was like, I might need your help, man. He said, bro, we get a lot of money on this detail, a whole lot, but everybody got to contribute, bro. We all do the same thing pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Everybody contribute. So right while he was talking, this one dude came walking up, this white boy, he came walking up, and you know that look when I know me and you got something going on, I see you, see Bill, I don't know if see Bill know. So it's like I'm just coming up, just kind of trying to get your attention or whatever. So he kind of did like this to look to make sure the detail officer wasn't paying him no attention. That nigga was on his phone. He wasn't studying nobody. So the white dude came up. He was like, sit down. He good. I'm about to put him down. And when he sat down, the little bag that he had, the white boy just dropped it in there on the low, but he wasn't even looking at it. Like, he done did this shit so many times. He know it's right here. I ain't even got to, you know what I'm saying? He just drop it in there. He get back up, ball up his McDonald's thing and go throw it away. He was like, yeah, bro, we get a lot of money out here, bro, but I put everybody to work. It ain't really nobody out here that's not contributing, bro, because we, niggas, sometimes we send shit up to the main compound, which is true, because we done been in a drought on the main compound sometimes. I had to get some shit from the annex. So I'm like, okay, shit, nigga, I'm thinking about all the money I just fucking lost with them Chris Brown CDs, and while I'm sitting in a whole lot of money I had to spend, I'm like, shit, hell yeah, nigga. I'm saying, what you need me to do exactly? He said, nephew, you ever use your prison wallet? I said, huh? He said, you ever use your prison wallet? I said, my prison wallet? He said, yeah. I said, what the hell is that? And he got to watch part 2 to 0 after that.
Yeah, right, man. Yeah. What's the fees? 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 What's the fees?
Still carrying your pet everywhere? This pet stroller makes outing so much easier. It has an opening canopy, a built-in safety leash to keep your pet secure, and a large, comfy space. The adjustable handle and smooth 360-degree wheels make it easy to push on grass, sidewalks, and bumps. You can push it or carry it by hand anytime. Perfect for walks, travel, and everyday adventures with your furry friend.
Chime. Mobile banking.
Hey, I can do that. I can tell you that's the First Amendment. You know, a lot of people like to act like they're cops. Federal agent. Shut your mouth. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Here are 11 times dumb cops tried to arrest smarter ones, starting with an Adams County deputy who thought he could arrest an individual for just sitting in.
Welcome to another episode, everyone.
Long time no see, beautiful.
The charge, indeed, is felony murder. Can't say the charge has been upgraded to felony murder because had not seen a charge at first. They had not documented what the charge was, just that the 77th Division had arrested him. Now we know, as of this morning,
wonderful.
Work that the charge
about to go get me some of them groceries.
For young at Hefe. This is why his bail is $1 million. This is nasty work. Certainly, young at Hefe is in there sick. Some things will come out sooner or later as to exactly what transpired here, allegedly transpired. But whether this is something that happened recently, last week, or something that happened 10 years ago. He's been out here doing well on the internet, supporting himself and supporting his family. I doubt it. I mean, that would be crazy that he did, that he's accused of doing something 2 months ago or a month ago. With these murder charges, be something 10 years ago before he changed his life or whatever. Of course, that's if he's guilty of anything. Adam 22. They're pressing Adam 22 to bail and Hefe out. Adam 22 says that he is probably going to go bail and Hefe out. Check this out. But I don't know. They seem to be making a little light of the situation. I'll let you decide. I don't want to say too much. I'm not trying to stir anything up. And some people had said earlier in the comments from the video I did earlier, that's on young Ad Hefe. No one owes him anything. Adam does not have to go and bail him out, etc. You do the time, you do the crime, you do the time. Someone else had said that Ad Hefe had the same energy for Brick Baby. He was really nonchalant. I really didn't care. So these individuals are not about to sitting on here crying and acting like here. Probably wanted him out of the way anyway or something, you know. Who knows? But they're talking about bailing them out, putting up the no jumpers building, going bail. Just $100,000. Say $1 million. You think